Assalamualaikum and good morning, madam. My name is Nia Irdina binti Hasril. My ID number is BMH 2402089, and today I will be presenting three non-conformance reports or NCRs that were identified during our recent halal audit at the facility. These findings are critical as they directly impact our halal compliance and certification. I will be covering each NCR in detail, including the location, root cause, immediate correction, and corrective action that have been implemented. Let's begin with NCR number 1, which was identified in the wet storage area, specifically the freezer. The person in charge is Mr. Lamson, our store assistant. During our inspection, we discovered that halal raw material were being stored in the same fridge as non-halal items, specifically pork that belong to an employee for personal use. This is serious violation as it compromises that halal integrity of our raw materials. Additionally, we were no daily storage area inspection records being maintained. After investigation, we identified two main root causes. First, lack of training and awareness on halal segregation requirement among our staff. Second, no standard operating procedure for storage management. The contaminated area was immediately served to clean, and the non-halal product was removed right away for our immediate correction. Then, our corrective action to prevent this from happening again, we have conducted emergency training for all workers, established a proper storage SOP, and will implement weekly spot check by our internal halal committee. Category and clause. This is classified as a serious category violating MPPHM 2020 clause 32, subclause 3, subclause A, and subclause 3. And the second one is clause 17, subclause 12, subclause C. Moving on to NCR number 2, which was found in the production area. The person in charge is Encik Isma, our production manager, and the operator involved was Miss Kirana. We found that equipment was not subjected to SIR2 after being used for pork-based product. This creates a direct cross-contamination during rice processing. Furthermore, no complete cleaning and SIR2 record were being maintained. The investigation revealed two root causes. First, shortage of qualified Muslim staff to supervise the SIR2 process. The second one is no documented SOP for cleaning and SIR2 procedure. That's for our root cause. And the immediate correction, production was immediately stopped and the non-halal product was removed from the processing area. We conducted an emergency training for all workers on this issue. Additionally, we have initiated a product recall to ensure any potentially contaminated products are removed from the market. That's our corrective action. For category and clause, this is also serious category violation under MPPHM 2020 clause 32, subclause 3, subclause B, and subclause VI, and clause 17, subclause 10, subclause B. Finally, let's discuss NCR number 3, identified in the finished goods storage area. The person in charge is Encik Azad, our storekeeper. The issue is we found two major problems in this area. The finished product had no proper labeling, which is misleading to consumers. Products were stored directly on the floor without using designated pallet. That's number 2. Management tried to reduce costs by not using proper packaging material and not providing sufficient pallet for storage. We immediately apply manual sticker for labeling and removal all product from direct floor contact and storing them at proper location. The corrective action, we have established and implement a proper packaging system and will ensure sufficient pallets are provided to prevent any product from being stored directly on the floor. Category and clause. This is classified as a minor violating MPPHM, clause 32, subclause 1, subclause I, and clause 17, subclause 4, and subclause G. In conclusion, these three non-conformance report highlight critical area that need immediate attention maintain our halal certification status. The key area of concern are first, segregation of halal and non-halal material in storage, proper equipment cleaning and certain procedure, correct packaging and storage practice. All corrective action have been implemented and we are confident that with proper training, SOP and regular monitoring by our internal halal committee, this issue will not recur. I want to emphasize that halal compliance is everyone's responsibility. I encourage all of you to remain vigilant and report any concern to your supervisor or the internal halal committee. Thank you very much for your attention.